Back bends. So we're going to work on a few of these today. The first one will be locust pose. So come to your stomach, forehead down, arms by your side. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders, lift the arms, and lift the legs. The idea here is to reach the heart away from the toes, keeping the legs nice and long. And then when you come down, stack your hands, turn your head, and rest. So here it is again. The arms will go long by the side, forehead down. Lift the arms in the chest. Reach the legs long off the ground. Lift the heart, lift the toes. And then lower, turn the head to the side. Next up is bow pose. So you can grab either the inside or the outside edge of the foot and flex your toes back, similar to dancer pose. Lift your heart and push your feet back into your hands. The pressure of the feet into the hands will lift the chest. And then release with control, because if you let them go too fast, the feet will kind of snap down here. Setting up for bridge pose. Feet are flat on the ground, knees are up. First variation, press the hips up into the sky and hold. Second variation is you can reach the hands under the hips, clasp them, and kind of pin the shoulders under you while lifting the heart. This will increase the stretch to the upper spine. You can see I'm really pushing into my heels here, knees in line with ankles. Lower down carefully and with control. Upward facing wheel or upward bow. Hands by the side, push to the crown of the head and then press all the way up. So this is the most advanced of the back bends that we're practicing. So this is not for everyone, but if you're working on this, think about reaching the heart center forward through your shoulders. Tuck the chin to roll down and pull the knees in on the other side. Seated forward folds. So you'll see here I have a couple of props. I have a block, I have a strap. You don't need those things, but they can help, especially if you're tight in the back or the hamstrings. We'll start with both legs extended, toes facing up, heels reaching away. Reach up to the sky, hinge at the waist, fold forward, and if you can, grab the toes. Lift the heart center up, and then lengthen and reach the head down. Normally you would hold this for about 5 breaths. Rolling up carefully to come out of it. If you're using the strap, same idea. You can hook the toes with the strap and bend yourself forward. You don't have to go all the way down. You can also keep the knees a little bit soft here. They don't need to be straight. Come up carefully and slowly. Second variation, sole of the foot to the inside edge of the leg, almost like standing tree, and reach for the leg that is long, grabbing the toes and lengthening the head forward. Demonstrated on the second side with the strap, same idea, hook the toes, lift the heart, fold. Variation. Step the foot flat to the ground. Leave about a fist distance between your legs. Lift your hip and reach on the inside of that leg. So you can see the knee is on the outside of my shoulder and my hand is reaching for the inside edge of my foot. Second side, you can see I'm really lifting and reaching. You can see my knee on the other side of my shoulder, really pressing into the outside edge of my shoulder. Again, you can use a strap for this if you can't reach your foot. Next variation is a twist. We're going to cross the leg. The standing leg can be long or it can be bent. And we're going to rotate to the outside edge of that leg. And you can see you can use your elbow on the outside or hold with your hand. Turn over your shoulder and actually gaze behind you. That will help with that rotation. Shown on the second side first with the long leg. This might be good for people with knee problems or a bent leg, if you can find it. Sitting up super tall, lifting the heart, twisting and rotating. Final seated variation, the cobbler pose. Feet can be close or far away from you. It just kind of depends on your comfort level. Hinge at the waist and fold forward. Now, if your head can rest in your feet, you can just kind of leave them there. But if you want some assistance, you can take a block or something to bolster your head and actually let your forehead rest on that block. And the hands can go behind you to increase the stretch. Hold for 5 breaths. So here are a couple variations of what we call shoulder stand. So one is you can use your hands, or two, you could put a block there and lift your feet. And this is a way of doing this that does not put pressure on the head and neck. So for those of us with back injuries or neck injuries, this is a good solution. If you'd like to work on shoulder stand, make sure you have room behind you. Send the toes up and over your head. Now they can touch the floor. You can actually flex and press your heels back using your hands on your lower back for stability. This is plow pose. Once you have your balance, reach the feet up. And the idea here is you're trying to make a straight line. So what I'm trying to show you here is that my toes are right above my knees. You want to really press your hips forward. When you're done, send your toes up slowly back over your head. You can even widen the feet and soften the knees here if you want. When you come down, do so slowly. If you go too fast, it'll be very uncomfortable. To counter stretch this, lift into a little altar pose and fold forward.